Chakras are invisible, energetic centers in our body connected to our physical hormones. We have 7 main chakras, and each chakra is located on a network of nerves. Our chakra's purpose is to keep our spiritual, physical, and mental aspects in balance. Another word for this process is homeostasis. Each chakra is ruled by a planet, so when we read our birth chart, we are also reading our chakras. This is how we connect to the stars as human beings. The 7 chakras within us reflect the entire solar system. You are the microcosmo to the larger macrocosmos. You are the book. To learn more, get Chakra Nova, Astrology Explained, and Chakra Astrology now for 50% off only at the Columbian Exchange while supplies last. Peace.
Peace to the tribe, peace to the collective. It's the Hood Mystic representing www.hoodmystic.com, learnsidereal.com. 1 second. Better. learnsidereal.com, columbianexchange.com, hoodmystic.com if I haven't said that already. And of course, white psychedelics. Yeah, it's been a long day. White rabbit psychedelics. I wear a lot of hats. That pun is intended. You know how I get down. Here for another video. Here to talk is conscious madness, occult science. From now until November 19th, all of my books will be 50% off. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm actually working on a new book titled A Human Being Having a Spiritual Experience. The pre-orders will be available sometime later in this week. The hardcover limited edition of the book will be only available to those who pre-order it. Everybody after November 19th. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get the paperback. But I feel like I want to do something special. Actually been working on this book for a very, very long time. Longer than any of my other books, quite frankly. I'm very happy to share it with you guys. I'm releasing it on my wife's birthday, which is November 19th. But if you want a sneak peek in a limited edition hardcover, be sure to get those pre-orders. But those pre-orders won't be available depending on where you watch this video later into the week. The thing about me is that I want to have a full, like I want to be like 75% done before I start doing pre-orders, because that way, like, I want to be confident in what I'm offering to the people. I'm going to, well, with that being said, now that my little promo infomercial is out the way, I want to discuss the video that I did previously. However, I didn't like the music in the background. The music in the background was entirely too loud for me. So I deleted the whole video and said, you know what? Let's do this video all over again. So, without further ado, and I added something to it too. So, the first video rather short, kind of quick to the point. I had a lot of rush energy. This video kind of took my time. Kind of going to dive deep into the notes and really break down why the science of course, sex magic, which the science of sex magic would be the science of receiving. Now, I don't know how many people is here, how many people is in the chat room, things like that. But I want y'all to be honest. Hold on. Be I do it. Don't y'all want to receive in y'all relationships? Y'all want to be the only person giving in your relationship? I guarantee you, if you are the only person giving in your relationships, or if you're the only one that is putting forth the effort, that is not a relationship. That is slavery. So, in the space of sex magic, we might not want to be fixated with giving. We might want to be fixated with receiving, because that's a magical experience within itself, where you find somebody that wants to give to you as much as you want to give to them. So, a lot of things in the realms of magic, in the realms of esotericism, and occult studies, let's be honest, it's a free for all. This person is saying this, that person is saying that, but does any of that information actually apply to you specifically? Let me just burst the bubble and say nothing outside of yourself actually applies to you if you don't want it to apply to you. The reason why you might hear something that may or may not be vital, but you shut it down, the reason why is because there's a correct way of doing things and there's a wrong way of doing things. You could do the correct way and still be doing it wrong based upon you doing it out of order. So you could be putting the tires on the vehicle without putting the body on. And you could put on the tires perfectly. But if the order is incorrect, you would just have a vehicle with tires and no body and no seats, because one way is not the whole way. There is a right way for you to tap into your subconscious mind. And the reality is the right way comes from you. Before we go any further, one might ask, well, how do you get to tell me what's right for me and what's wrong for me? The, well, I don't know what's right for you. Let's just be honest. However, I want to speak clearly to those who need a clear explanation and understanding about the occult. It's not all about you, as we will begin to elucidate. And since it isn't all about you and there is a correct way of doing this, somebody has to know. And the people who may know already, they haven't told your ass. So why am I giving you the correct information? As opposed to you being suspicious, you should be grateful that I'm willing to share information in a world where people want to keep occult information to themselves. So I really want to open your mind up to a correct way into doing magic, sex magic, or ceremonial magic, or occult rituals. And then opening up the floor for a correct way, I will also open up the floor for the incorrect way. So hopefully you can see the difference and come to the conclusion yourself. The purpose of this video is for you to understand the perfection that exists within you that is covered by the imperfection. The purpose of this video is for you to find the correction that is within you that is covered up by the incorrect information that has been inundated to us and given to us since we've been born. When you are correct, you are in accordance or agreement with a certain standard, motto, or original. This specific certain standard, motto, or original is your soul. And when you are correct, you are in accordance or agreement with your soul. May you find your soul now. And may you hold on to the resonance of your soul and never let your soul go, because honestly, family, it's okay to be correct. It's okay to know exactly what you need to do out here in these streets. And it's not to follow another person, it is to follow your soul. And when you don't follow your soul, you are going to have trouble. I'm not being facetious. I'm not being a Debbie Downer when I say a train that's not on its tracks ain't worth too much of shit. A train that is on its tracks is extremely valuable. You connected to your soul in agreement, in accordance with your soul, become extremely valuable unto yourself, in your society, in your community. However, when you are not in accordance or agreement with your soul under any, for whatever reason, you are incorrect and it's going to be hard to move. Once you get to a space where you're okay with being correct, you're okay with being right, you're okay with being successful, because all of these things are deeply related into you following yourself. If you're feeling a certain type of way upon listening to this video, it is simply because you have lost touch with your soul and you probably are thinking that you know better than your soul. How do you show that you know better than your soul? You're saying if this relationship work out, I'll be okay. You say if this money works itself out, I'll be okay. If I can get my baby daddy to act right, I will be okay. No matter what the circumstance is, no matter what the environment is, you are there to learn through the experience, whatever the experience may be, good, bad, or indifferent. It's pleasurable when we learn from good experiences and not so pleasurable when we learn from negative experiences, but the function of experiences never waver and never change. For if you are to learn through your experience and gather and obtain the wisdom that is squeezed through, that nectar that is pierced through, that you obtain from your experience, this is wisdom. And wisdom is the lifeblood to every decision that you make. Because you can make a decision out of being correct, what is correct, being in accordance or in agreement with your soul. Now, the next part of that equation is I'm in accordance, I'm in agreement with my soul. Everything should be perfect, right? Wrong. Once you are in agreement with your soul, you are willing to learn through your experience. Super contrary to when you talk to people face to face. They want the magic pill, the easy button, the gratuitous, you get in free, you can skip the line, everything is perfect button. We never get to the space where we say, I'm ready to learn from my experience to gain wisdom. We never say that. We say this fire that surrounded me, these chains that are blocking me. We don't say thank you for the fire. We don't say thank you for the lessons. We don't say thank you for the experience. We say, I just want the fire to stop. I just want the pain to stop. I just want my life to be perfect. However, you miss the point of said experience. So in this picture, let's imagine that the fire surrounding this young lady is life's experiences, whatever they may be, because you might look at your life as a circumstance or a woe is me story, when in fact, it could just be a simple circumstance. A circumstance that allows you to develop more into spiritual development and less out of egocentrism. See, because why does the fire represent experience? Because if you don't look at experience as fire, then you will value said experience. But the experience is not the thing that we are going for. We are going for wisdom. We're trying to learn from the experience. We're not trying to say, hey, I'm trying to get the experience. I want to do the thing. No, we want to get what we came for the thing. We want to get the gift for said experience. As much as we despise negative things in our lives and we try to avoid negative things in our lives, if we were to sit down and be honest, the negative things in our lives is the thing that gave us our character, which gave us our balance, which gave us our sense of humor, which allow us to live through life with some sense of poise and integrity. See, without negative experiences, we would think that everything is perfect. Now, have you ever ran into somebody who thought that the world was perfect? Those people come across as naive. So you know that. So let's look at this because I'm trying to get you to a space where you driving correctly, right? If I say you got 125 miles on this vehicle, you're supposed to push the pedal to the metal no matter what. You're going to get a lot of tickets and a lot of accidents, and eventually you're going to hate driving. But if you temper your speed, brake when it's a stop sign, things of that nature, you would know how to drive. So I bring that analogy to reference our experiences. Nothing about our experiences is something that we can take with them. It's been great kings of old, pharaohs adorned in gold and pearls and walked on water, and people put out rose petals when they walked through, and trumpets played as they walked through a large procession. You know what happened to them when their life was over? They died, just like me and you. Do you think that when they died, they got some special backstage pass into heaven because they lived so great? No, they was in that long ass line with everybody else picking a number. Like, damn, I'm number 1,057,000 and they only on number 17. God damn it, I'm gonna be here for a long ass time. See, hell, which is the physical realm, purgatory, is not valuable. Your couch, your TV, your house, your lawn, your peace of mind, your vacation, your hotel, whatever experience that you have, am I saying that you shouldn't experience it? That's not what I'm saying at all. You should experience it, but not for the sake of you need a vacation. You should say, I'm going to go on a vacation and learn from it and gain the wisdom of this vacation. So when you go on your vacation and it's a shitty experience, what did you learn from it? If it's a great experience, what did you learn from it? Because now it's a great experience. Now you're trying to, now it's a high. What did they tell you about the crackheads who smoke crack, right? The crackheads that smoke crack and then they want to smoke crack again and they never get high again. They only talk about that time they first got high and they chasing that high. Okay? So something that's too good can cloud your mind. Something that's horrible, you don't learn a lesson from it. But both things are there for you to learn a lesson. Now, I'm gonna say the most important thing a few times, and you'll be like, "Well, what exactly is the most important thing, Hood?" The most important thing is that you receive from spirit, that you receive from your soul. So, another analogy to this symbol is to surround and immerse yourself in the spiritual flame, which is you. Receive from your soul with all intentions. Don't say, well, let me work this little job part time and receive from my soul part time. Let me receive this bullshit from my baby daddy part-time, and let me receive from my soul part-time. Because your baby daddy telling you some shit that don't have nothing to do with your spiritual development. It'd be easier when you let all of those situations go. Like this young lady in this picture surrounded by fire. There's no baby daddies, and if a baby daddy ever think about approaching her, he will get burned by the flames. Don't be mad at her, be mad at the flames, because people will come into your life to make themselves seem important in reference to what you got to do. I'm here all the time to let you know that you don't need me. You'll never need me. You'll always need to be receptive to your soul. You'll never ever live a day where you don't need your soul. That is correct. If it's anything else that you need, that is incorrect. A simple way to live, the most important way to live, if you ask me, is to be receptive and be ready to be receptive to your divinity and channel this energy at all times. For if you do not channel this energy, then you deal with the consequences of not channeling the energy, which is a whole bunch of said negative effects, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual effects. But my goal is to elucidate ones who have been dealing with these negative thought spaces and then are scared because the negative thought spaces manifest into real life things. The reality is that we are dealing with energy, and there is no guide being flung down from the heavens teaching us how to utilize our energy. So we can only trust our downloads and people who are really serious about channeling their higher self, but also serious about sharing their findings. If I was the most spiritual person in the world but did not share, I would be a ain't shit nigga. There's nothing valuable or worthwhile to a person that doesn't share what is valuable, because what is truly valuable is not theirs. They were given it to get, like, if you were given something from somebody freely, they're teaching you how you should act. However, there are two laws that we work under. We work under the law of opulence, the law of wealth. We also operate under the law of competition. You're going to have to choose. Will you create or will you react? If you look closely at creation and reaction, you can see that the same letters that create creation are the same letters that create reaction. These are two opposite reactions to the same energy that we all experience. Within all of us, we are pure energy. And you can take this pure energy and create with it, or you could sit with this pure energy and you can suppress it through alcohol, drugs, sex, work, money, cryptocurrency, strippers, $40 hookers, sugar babies, sugar mamas, cake girls, cake boys, suppressing the God force energy within you because you don't know that you have it. And then you see other people take the same energy. It's only one energy. It's not multiple forms of energy. It's one form of energy that we all have access to. It's a simple trick. We either use it or we suppress it. You either use it or you suppress it. So how do you use it? You create. How do you suppress it? You react to life. Why does he got what I don't have? Why does she got what I don't have? You know they evil, right? You know they be doing this. You know they wrong, right? You know I'm right and I'm perfect, right? See, look, it's the most important thing. I told y'all, I'm gonna say the most important thing a few times because we're gonna talk about a lot of important things in this broadcast. But one of the most important things is that you don't compare your life to nobody else's life. Because the shit that you got to come through and come out of is nobody else's problem, nobody else's fight. But I'm going to tell you, once you do come over, get over some shit, something clicks inside of you that say, I can overcome things. And this becomes your habit. This becomes your fight, yourself. You got shit to come through. You got shit to get over. You don't got time to be looking at nobody else doing. Look, if they utilize their God force energy in the correct way, that's they get up. That's they bag. You can start doing the same things too. You know, people be looking at me like I got my shit together, y'all. Can y'all believe that? They don't be really knowing me. They don't know me for real. And they could just perceive it like, oh, you must have it together. Like you done wrote a book. You like Stephen King level, millionaire status. No. But I'm not stopping for nothing. I'ma constantly create. And it's hard. It's hard because if you're not reacting to other people, you reacting to yourself. If you ain't beating up other people, you beating up yourself. And maybe that's just me. If you ain't satisfied over your past win, then you fearing over your next loss. And all of this puts you into reaction mode. And reaction mode is 99.9% of the population. You're going to react to your girlfriend. You're going to react to your boyfriend. You're going to react to your kids. You're going to react. You're going to react. And in reference to what this does, you're reacting because your ego is in control. You're reacting because you're a train track that's not on, you're a train that's not on any train tracks. And imagine be a train at the train yard and watching all of the trains zip by you. And you would train yourself, but you said you didn't need any train tracks. You was going to do it your own way. You found a better way to get a train to go from point A to point B, which is your spiritual journey, but you don't need any train tracks. Now, if you're going to use your common sense, then it's going to make sense to you why spirituality can be very difficult and very trying when you utilize your ego into it, or extremely gratifying and extremely worthwhile. And it's a reason that it's around. And it's also a reason why it's hella scam artists in the realm of spiritual technology and spiritual knowledge. Because if don't nobody know it, and I act like I know it, then I can at least get me a couple ticket sales. But at the end of the day, if you're not able to clear and banish and get to the source and the pure energetic aspect of yourself, you will be in the world of competition and reaction. You literally can't help it, because from 1 to 7, which is our formative years, this is why when you an adult, people stop giving a fuck about you. You ever notice when you was a kid, people want to help you and you thought that they help was sincere? They help wasn't sincere. They just knew you had a moldable mind, and I can brainwash the fuck out of a kid. Harder to brainwash an adult to get them to do what I want to do. So it's easy to just, so children, you get brainwashed when you're a child, and then when you're an adult, you're just a carbon copy of your brainwash. So let's talk about the side effects of not channeling energy. When you feel restless, this is energy that you do not know how to channel. This is energy that you do not have an outlet for. This is energy that you must channel. This is energy that you must find an outlet for. When you're restless, that's coming from a deep desire that you can't even consciously put your mind to say that this is what I should be doing right now. So you'll lay in bed and fidget and be on the phone and get up and smoke a blunt and do a whole bunch of shit besides getting on your purpose. We are all spiritual beings. This don't skip nobody, okay? This is a thing called being alive. And being alive, you get access to life force energy. Life force energy is given to us to be utilized, to be channeled. The reality of it is that most of us, one, don't know that we have life force energy. And two, if you don't know you have life force energy, you're not even going to utilize it. So where you say, I'm feeling anxious, I'm feeling depressed, I'm feeling restless, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling angry. What you're also saying is that I have spiritual energy inside of me and I don't know how to fucking channel it. One's in the chat if that makes sense. Do you have an outlet for your energy? Do you have a journal? Do you exercise? Do you have a damn friend that you can damn talk to? Some of y'all haven't even had a conversation. A conversation, y'all. You ever heard a conversation, right? Talking about energy. You don't know what you can do to help another person grow and succeed. You don't know when you utilize the true life force energy that exists in the universe that is not yours, is not yours. I'll explain later. But when you utilize the light force energy that was given to you to channel it, like sounds and vibrations that travel through a saxophone, bass vibrations then manipulated and patterned in a certain type of way creates a different type of tone, a different type of frequency for which you are channeling the energy to create. Now, for some reason, when I hear what you created, now I want to get up and dance and activate my kundalini in my lower back just because you decided to channel the life force creative energy, which gave me a suggestion to start channeling the life force creative energy through the modality of dancing. All of this is intentional though, because all of this is happening at an unconscious level. And when we talk about the life force energy is not being used, people are being hypnotized into destruction. So if you feel restless, that means you have energy to channel. So channel it, but channel it safely. Because how do you channel energy hazardly? Masturbation, sex with strangers, picking up strangers, intravenous drug use, buying pills from dudes. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Them dudes, you don't know nothing about them. They just a dude with pills and you buying pills from them. It's 2022. Stop. That's all I'm going to say. Stop. Channel the energy. Stop being a human, because a human doesn't know that they are pure energy. A human thinks that they are a human in a world that is based upon pure energy, holograms, material manipulation. You can get into the science of all things and find that nothing is actually real, and then your ass want to be sad. Make it make sense. How can I read in a scientific journal that nothing is real and everything is based upon a holograph? The deeper that you look at things, the more that you see it's not real. And then I go to the ghetto and niggas want to talk about how they sad. At a certain point, black people, we need to start coming into the quantum equation, into the conversation to say none of this shit actually exists. So I can't actually be sad for real. More than learning a lesson, which will give me the experience and knowledge and wisdom. Okay, that's one level. But other than that, is y'all be dead set on y'all sadness. Y'all be dead set on y'all restlessness. Y'all be dead set on not channeling energy because, for one, y'all think that y'all are entirely human beings. And I'm telling y'all right now that you are entirely energetic. You are consciousness that is housed within a body. This consciousness that is housed in a body, you wouldn't be able to find it on a microscope. You would probably need infrared, UV, X-ray, vision glasses to be able to even see you. And I probably bet that even if you had the top of the line technology, you couldn't even be perceived because you are pure energy. But let's talk about energy before we go any further. You have been given pure energy, but energy does not belong to you. It belongs to life. Bobby Brown thought he was going to be a sexy heartthrob forever and he could do all of the drugs forever and talk shit forever. And then around 1998, man's got a permanent twitch in his left lip. Man's looked like a Jay from walking from around the corner. And he was one of the best R&B singers of all time. I'm just choosing Bobby Brown because this is the first person that popped in my mind when I was creating these memes. But we can go down the list of every single hot to trot R&B superstar except Usher. Usher done made a few packs with a few different devils because that man don't age. But minus Usher and a few other cats, you would notice that energy will enter into your life and energy will leave your shit, fam. It will leave your shit. Because energy is not humans. Energy belongs to something else. You can call it the earth. You can call it the universe. I don't know what the fuck you call it, but you niggas need to be grateful for energy. One's in the chat. Because without energy, you can't even be mad at your baby daddy. One's in the chat. Without energy, you can't even be mad that your baby daddy left you. One's in the chat. Without energy, you wouldn't even have the energy to cry tears when your baby mama slept with your brother. One's in the chat. You wouldn't even be alive to be mad about it, because were you not grateful for energy, you use the energy haphazardly, and you're not mad at the circumstances or the people, you're mad at yourself. Because you had the same life force energy to either be psychic, to either be 10 steps ahead, to plan, proceed, regress, retreat. You had all of the options, but you was going to decide to be the train that was going to move through life without a train track. You was going to be a train that was going to glide through air because you got a reading. Niggas thought they was going to get a fucking niggas thought they was going to get a hypnosis, and that was going to solve their problems. And the only thing for which you can solve your problems immediately is to recognize that energy is something that travels through you. You don't hold it. We all have an opportunity to listen, to be receptive. And in that listening and receptivity is our correct actions. But when people say, Bobby Brown, you the greatest R&B singer of all time, you say, well, shit, I could smoke some more crack then, because shit, hey, I'm the greatest singer of all time. And I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that this crack helped me sing and dance a little bit better than these niggas, because can't you see? Don't Be Cruel is #1 on the charts. I'm pretty sure cocaine had a little bit to do with it. So once I get this check, I'm going to celebrate with more cocaine. It's crazy how the ego think. The ego, when you go through a spiritual development phase and you reflect on the way that your ego is making decisions for you, you might fucking puke on yourself while you driving down the highway. And it's crazy that you would puke when you driving down the highway because you don't got nowhere to pull over, but you be so disgusted at the decisions that you made. With like, how the fuck did I think that I was going to make it far without putting my train on train tracks? I really thought that I was going to just be traveling on the roads with cars. I thought of some new shit. See, you actually don't need train tracks. When I say you don't need train tracks, I'm saying that you don't need your subconscious mind, your superconscious mind, and your soul. It all in tandem, working together to what? Make your life perfect. Well, I had bad experiences in the past. Learning experience, wisdom. So you mean to tell me perfection comes from having good and bad in your life? Yes. So just because I didn't have a perfect, all good life, that don't mean that I didn't have a perfect life? Yes. You gotta elaborate more on this perfect shit because it sounded interesting to me. You keep saying perfect like it's a possibility. It is. Your outcome on life. Listen, man, you can be Bobby Brown or you can be Usher. One's in the chat. We can bear witness to Usher right now. I don't know whose blood Usher drinking, but he need to pass some to Bobby Brown. I'm just keeping it real. Your outcome is how you channel the life force energy that is not yours. It is just something that you use by patterns. This life force energy, like a river, traveling through a river bank The movement of the water is the force of energy that is pulsating through the river molecules, and it's a force of nature that is moving the energy through the water. And it is energy, because if we were to set up a dam, or if we were to set up a log mill, we could siphon off that energy that the river is creating to then, I don't know, what would we make? What would we make with our log mill that's off a river? What, rice patties? I don't know. We making shit though. We making stuff because we got a mill. We didn't make it off of our own might and strong will. The universe provided the river for which we built the Hoover Dam. Now we got electricity in our homes. No human being was born with electricity to provide for humanity. Humans had to channel the energy through patterns, through pattern energy structures and forms. Send it this way, that way, up, down, around. Manipulate it, utilize it. Now you electrical. Now, I'm not saying that we gonna build a electrical dam. What I am saying is when you do sex magic and ceremonial magic, it's not so much of doing it right or doing it wrong, more than it is of witnessing and allowing the life force energy to reveal a pattern. And through that pattern, you begin to manifest. If we channel energy, like if we just allow the energy to flow through us, our life is perfect. But when we compare our lives to now with that being said, do y'all see how comparing your shit to another person's shit would actually is the most destructive thought a person can have? If we're all pure energy and we're all here to learn ourselves, how could I learn myself by judging the next man who probably learned himself and utilized the energy that he learned about himself and mastered his own perpendicular line called life? You are a channel of divine light. You you are a channel of divine light. Now you could allow this channel to flow through you easily and effortlessly, or you can block it through your ignorance or your ignorance. Do you actually believe that you are a channel of divine light? One's in the chat if you believe that you are a channel of divine light. Is pure is life force energy coursing through your, do you have a river of blood coursing through your body right now? Is that blood flowing through your body energetically? Are you consciously forcing the blood to flow through your body, or is it a natural, easy, energetic response to life for which we could clog it up and stop it by eating dairy and cheese and meats, and now our hearts is clogged up and our blood can't flow as freely, and now we got heart disease? Why do we got heart disease? Why do we got heart trouble and heart problem? And let's not look at it. Oh, this person eat meat or this person smoke cigarettes, and that we got to get beyond that, because it's people that's doing that and they living longer, and it's vegans that's dying in their 40s from the same thing that a person eating meat is having, because it's stress. Where is the stress coming from? The stress is coming from ignorance. Ignorant of what? Ignorant of the facts of you being pure energy and activating your pure energy through your chakra work. Thank you, Sakura, for the super chat. Deeply appreciative. It's so much divine light that travels and pulses throughout the universe that all one would have to do is become a prism or a magnifier or an exacerbator to what is already happening universally. You got to get into the flow. And getting into the flow is not knowing what you want. Knowing what you want is blocking the energetic flow. Because when you know what you want, you might know exactly what you want. You might actually get it. But then what's happening after that? That's the part that y'all don't understand. After you make the $1 million, your life don't just stop. What people don't understand is that energy is still coursing through your body. So, yeah, Usher made songs about confessions, but he also used the life force energy to buy a basketball team. He also used the life force energy to maintain a perfect face. I don't know what the fuck he doing. But he's utilizing the life force energy to maintain a pure energetic state. See, energy don't lie either, y'all. As much as y'all look at things and be like, well, I'm gonna make an excuse for that. Well, you know how it is for people that be on what we be on. No. You supposed to be on some amazing perfect shit when you channel your soul, believe it or not. You supposed to be singing #1 songs. You supposed to be buying basketball teams. You supposed to be helping the younger generation get their career in order. You're supposed to just be out here spreading love and light because you are pure energy. And it's easy to look at a person that is in that pure energetic space and think, fuck him, fuck her. She ain't all of that. She been doing this and she been doing that though. Have you heard about this? You heard about that rumor? You heard about that conspiracy theory? It's easy to say that. You know they joined the Illuminati. You know he gay, right? They love saying that about pure energetic men. You know he gay, right? You know he gay, right? Like, okay. They'll say it a few times to you. They want to see how you gonna react to it. Whole time, you got a whole life that you need to be worried about who you having sex with. There's hella gay people out here. Why do it matter? Who you having sex with? Probably nobody. But you know what's happening in the next person's bedroom? You know he gay, right? You know you sound crazy, right? People do love talking about stuff like that. I might sound crazy bringing it up, but people in a heartbeat tell you how the next person is gay. And never thinking how that's blocking them. It ain't blocking the person that they talking about. Because the person that they was talking about, all they did was wear a rainbow colored tie-dye shirt, do a couple roses in their hair, was skipping through the fucking park, and now all of a sudden you gonna tell him that he gay. As if, listen, just because I was skipping in the park don't mean you supposed to pass judgment. Because that enters you into the law of competition. And what so this is the weird part. When people point out another person's flaws, they're competing with that person's flaws. So listen how weird this is. He gay, but I'm not gay, but I'm gonna compete with him anyways, because that's how the law of competition works. So when you say he broke, that means you broke too. When you say she ugly, that means you ugly too. When it's kind of hard to pinpoint your shadow projection. Oh, but it's definitely shadow projection. It's not shadow projection when you get to the spot where you realize that you are pure energy. One or two things. It's super complicated to understand your subconscious mind. Or when you do understand your subconscious mind, you like, God damn it, I gotta write a book. I'm super busy. I gotta change my schedule. I gotta start this church. I gotta start this mission. I gotta go on this trip. I gotta do this thing. Why you doing this thing so that you so avid about? You so locked in on it. Why you so locked in on your new project? Because I'm channeling it from my soul. It gotta be correct. I'm in accordance or in agreement with my soul. And it's nothing else. Because you're going to get with these spiritual people. You're going to get with these spiritual people, and they going to tell you it's perfectly fine to be selfish and to be egoic. It's part of it. No, it's not. The hardest thing to realize is that there's one source of energy. There's one truth. That's what makes it the truth. Because if it was multiple truths, it wouldn't be the truth. It would be opinions. You see how that works? The truth is the tree. But in the fact of us looking at the tree, people can say that's a tree, or a person can say that's an apple tree, or a person can say that's a money tree, and in fact, it's a willow tree, or a pine tree, or an oak tree, or a cedar tree. All of these delineations in your mind only keep you blocked. Because we can assume that that's a money tree and it's an oak tree. We can assume that we are the best partner. We think that we the best wife to our husbands. That's a subjective reality. We think we the best husbands to our wife. This is why when our wife start looking at another man, we get mad, fellas. Because our subjective interpretation, in our minds, we done paid the rent on the first of every month. We done gave booty rubs, back rubs. We done tossed salad. We must be the best man ever. And she shouldn't have no sexual desire for another human being. That's a subjective interpretation. The objective reality is that she has sex with dudes before you, and she probably gonna have sex with dudes after you. She actually can't wait for y'all to break up. That's why she ain't never put none of the bills in your name. This is why she keep her bank account separate. This is why y'all stay at two separate places. Because when it's time to break up, she gonna be alone. And trust me, soon as she break up, she calling that other nigga over that you was so paranoid about. Yeah, she calling him. She want to do it with a clean heart and a clean mind. I'm saying that the reality of women is not the reality of the girl that you love. The objective reality of women is that they are the creators of the universe. Okay, let's break this down. So we look at gender as a thing that creates balance, right? Man and woman balance, but that's not true. Women represent a species, men represent a species. Just so happen that when these two species fuck, they create another species called a child, which is either a man or a woman or however y'all play that game. I'm not playing that game tonight. But for sake of argument, where we think that men and women are the same and they have to connect to one another, that's not true. Women are not women. Women is something that was told to women from a man. If I'm a man and I tell you that you're a woman, I bring you down to my level. That's one. But what's the actual truth? The actual truth is that women are cosmic goddesses that channel divine energy into reality. Men do it too, but women do it at a higher level because women are the avatar of the goddess. What I say, when women do it at a higher level, a woman can actually create another life form within her and reproduce said life form. A man cannot do that. So let's lay that down. Now you have a divine goddess manifester naturally who doesn't have to manifest, they are manifest. You manifest before you knew that you could manifest because you are not a woman. A man told you that shit. You actually are a goddess who have actually an alien starseed from another planet sent here to this planet to help further us along as a species. Now, the problem is y'all don't believe me. The problem is you think that it's all about what you want. You think it's all about your subjective interpretation over what you want out of life. And then if you don't get it, you then have an excuse to be sad. Did you gain any wisdom out of that situation? Or did you just, you know, fucking rub your eyes till they turned red and felt sorry for yourself? Because you felt like you deserve more, or you deserve better, or whatever the case may be. See, what we assume to be reality is actually a subjective experience or interpretation. And our personal attitudes and expectations affect how we experience reality completely. So the fight is not in whether you got it or not. The fight is in wanting that shit at all in the first place. Because what's the deeper thing of when you get it, what's going to happen if you get it? I'm a key you into what's going to happen if you get it. Not a damn thing. The same thing. Everything going to happen the same way it been happening. And whatever you get is not going to be the thing where you like, finally, I got the thing that I was finally looking for. Hallelujah. Congratulations. That is a personal expectation and an attitude that will affect how you experience reality. Period. This is why you got to understand that when you talk about spirituality, is a correct way of doing it. It's an objective way of doing it that applies to you and everybody else. And it's a simple truth that you have a subconscious mind that you need to understand. That you need to understand for yourself. I'm not going to be in your bedroom sleeping and looking at your dreams, nigga, because I'm going to be having my own damn dreams that I need to decode. I'm not going to stop decoding my dreams to decode your funky ass dreams. Please believe it. One's in the chat if that makes sense. Like, do y'all think a nigga got time? Do y'all expect anybody to have enough time to uncover what your subconscious mind is telling you Or is that your responsibility? One's in the chat. Two in the chat if there's a special person that has been born to help you uncover your subconscious mind. So much so that their subconscious mind is unimportant and they gotta get to your subconscious mind though. Cause your shit is the shit that niggas need to really uncover. And the thing is, if your subconscious mind is that motherfucking freaky deaky, then why your ass ain't decoding your damn dreams then? If it's where it's happening, why you ain't got no fucking dream journal? Hey, quick side note, one's in the chat if you notice these conscious niggas start talking about dreams all of a sudden. One's in the chat. When we started talking about dreams, here come these conscious niggas coming. Rolling they old dusty, crusty ass. These conscious niggas dusty as hell. I'm gonna let y'all know that right off the rip. They still dusty. It's 2022. Spirit don't like ugly, and it don't like dusty. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Don't be talking about dreams and shit. Good Mystic said it first, my nigga. That's all I'm saying. Cause I was talking about dreams and breaking down this fucking the dreams and subconscious minds, and now niggas try to be like, well, let's talk about dreams to a larger audience of clowns. I'll be looking at the larger audience like, damn, y'all just clowns for real. Y'all should be revolting against these conscious niggas, and not because of their information, just because these niggas is dusty as hell, right? Y'all should be fucking picketing in front of their YouTube videos. No more dust. No more dust. No more dust. No more dust. Get your swag together. Get your swag together. Get your swag together. Get your swag together. No more dust. No more dust. No more dust. Get off Bobby Hemmings' dick. Get off Bobby Hemmings' dick. Get off Bobby Hemmings' dick. Y'all should be protesting. If I was y'all, I'd be protesting these countries. So, ain't that cute how it's like channel your subconscious mind. All right, Hood, that sound good, but how the fuck am I supposed to do that? Right? So, this is for everybody. Nobody is exempt. Get off Brother Panic's dick. 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 No more dust. No more dust. Take a bath. Take a bath. How you so deep but don't wash your ass? How you so deep but don't wash your ass? I would be picketing in front of these niggas' videos if I was y'all. I would protest. I would go on strike. So what is energy? Like, what is energy? Like, for real, like, what is energy? Energy in this context, because energy is many forms, is gasoline and electricity and heat and dust. Dust is an energy, believe it or not. Smart dust, dumb dust, conscious nigga dust, all variations of dust are energetic. You ever walk into a dusty room? And that's an energy, fam. Anyways, in this context, what is energy and how do you channel it? How do you channel energy? How can I channel energy? I'm a baby mama. I got 3 kids, 2 baby daddies, one of them in jail. How can I channel energy? Good. I just got out of jail. I got a baby mama. She got a baby by another nigga. She got 2 kids by me. And I need to figure out how can I channel energy. I need both of y'all to come together. Baby mama, baby daddy. We gonna channel energy together. How about that? Energy is your identity. ideas. Now, you can channel your ideas into reality if you just submerge and immerse yourself in your ideas and fixate upon your perfect ideas given to you from source. Everybody has perfect ideas. Very few of us concentrate on our ideas. One's in the chat. If ideas come in one ear, go out the other ear. One's in the chat. One's in the chat if you get a lot of great ideas that you do not work on. One's in the chat because I could be a crazy person. Because y'all could be like, I don't even know what you're talking about. What's an idea? No more dust. No more dust. We want realness. We want realness. We don't want dust. We don't want dust. Stop copying hood. Stop copying hood. Stop copying hood. Get your own content. Get your own content. Get your own content. Get your own content. Get your own ideas. Get your own ideas. No more dust. No more dust. Invest in your channel. Invest in your channel. Stop buying loud. Stop buying loud. Stop buying loud. Now, if you was to give yourself a year with that amazing ass idea, would you be sitting here scratching your ass today? If you just fixated on that idea that you had a year ago and said, you know what? Fuck my baby daddy. I have a perfect mind. Listen, man, this is real crazy. You can choose to say, I need y'all to choose. We choosing today. Choose to say that you have a perfect mind and you have perfect ideas. Can y'all say that in the chat? Is y'all strong enough? Is y'all strong enough? Is y'all strong enough to say that y'all have a perfect mind that's giving y'all perfect ideas? And do you channel it? Do you utilize your perfect ideas? Or do you say, well, no, I ain't really shit for real. I ain't rich. I ain't this. I ain't that. I gotta go get to work. My baby daddy cheating on me again. Bitch ass nigga. What happened to that idea you had? I just said fuck it and started thinking about how my baby daddy ain't shit. Are you strong enough to say that you have a perfect mind? Are you strong enough? Because that's really all you have to say. Because it's true. This is correct information. This ain't going flip and skip a person. No, this is hitting dead center in your heart chakra right now. You got a perfect mind. I know you got a perfect mind because your heart is beating. But you thought you talking about that piece of shit brain you got that want to watch porn every fucking 15 minutes? Well, shit, you talking about my heart. Ah, you scared me. I thought you was talking about my brain. Shit, I wanted to fucking stab my supervisor today, hood. You said I had a perfect mind. That was a hard thing to digest. But, oh, you talking about my heart. My heart mind. Okay. My gut mind. Okay. Not my brain. Whew. Whew. Shit, I wanted to smack my grandma the other day, hood. I didn't even know what you was talking about. Said I had a perfect mind. Oh, my brain ain't what never meant built to be shit at all. Okay, I gotcha. I got a perfect heart. I feel that. Thank you for the clarification, hood. Are you strong enough? Are you strong enough to remind yourself, that the thoughts that are coming through your mind are perfect and the ideas that you have are perfect, and it's up to you to channel them? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? And y'all niggas put ones in my chat. to say, yeah, I get good ideas all the time, hood. I get good ideas all the time. Why you don't work on them, huh? What you said? Damn, would you look at the time? My baby daddy is about to come home. I gotta get off this live, hood. Nice talking to you, though. Real nice talking to you. If you got an idea, it's some shit that you need to learn and experience to see what that idea is talking about. And if you gotta file some paperwork, if you gotta take an online class, if you know how you gotta do some paperwork and they be like, all right, come to this class on the 15th. You gotta sit here for 4 hours, bring a fucking notebook and take notes. Cause why is you at this class on the 14th? Cause your subconscious mind told your dumbass to take the class. Cause you was fixating and immersing yourself on the idea that your subconscious mind gave to you in the form of energy via the way of ideas. What you thought they was gonna give you some fucking gas? Some electricity? What you gonna do with that? That's not energy. What is energy? Energy is ideas. Now, ideas ain't really shit. If you really think about them, ideas is extremely powerful if you strong enough to realize that you're going to work on the ideas that were given to you from source and nothing else. That's a powerful place to be at. I'm gonna write a book. I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. Who told you to do that? My fucking soul told me to do that. How you know it's successful? Because my soul told me to do it. That's how I knew it was going to be successful. How you knew you was going to be successful in writing your book? My soul said it was going to be successful in writing my book. I just had to write it. I just had to tell a whole bunch of people to kiss my ass because I got to write a book. I've been wanting to tell people kiss my ass for a long time. I'm just happy I had a viable reason to tell them that shit too. I'll write a book. All right, do you want me to kiss your left cheek or your right butt cheek, hood? That's a good excuse. Guess I gotta kiss your ass. You always saying it. Now I'm gonna do it. What is an influencer? I don't know why that's funny to me, but what is an influencer? Is an influencer a sexy girl on TikTok shaking her ass, getting you to play bingo, getting to join her OnlyFans, or getting you to buy a useless thingamajig? Or is an influencer the thoughts that you entertain on the daily? And see, you need not play with these thoughts that you have because you don't have an imperfect mind. You don't have a fragile mind. You don't have a weak mind. You don't have a subpar mind, my nigga. You have a perfect mind. So in reference of you titter-tattering with your mind, that's on you, fam. You need to stop doing that shit. You need to look at your mind. And this is really what changed for me. I started fighting back. This was when I was a Christian. This is one of my tactics I used when I was a Christian. There was the verse in the Bible where it said Jesus came with a sword. And I was like, man, this nigga Jesus can kick ass. So I would have like negative thoughts. I would have Jesus come with his sword and kind of slice them motherfuckers up. And Jesus would be slicing the fuck out them niggas. My demons, they didn't want to fuck with Jesus. I bring Jesus. You better go somewhere. I'm gonna bring Jesus. You know, he coming with that sword, and them demons be like, all right, man, don't bring Jesus. He play too much. He play too rough. But even so, you saying, well, I have demons and darkness and this and that in my mind, and yeah, you didn't ever say that you had a perfect mind. Well, I don't have a perfect mind because this, that, and the third. And listen, you don't need no background to say this shit. You can just say it. You can just say it because I'm telling you to say it. If you believe it, if you think it, and if it's something that resonate with you, then start saying this shit. You don't need no excuse to represent the fact that you have a perfect mind. If you got lopsided titties, if your left leg is longer than your right leg, if your left arm is slightly longer than your right arm, you still have a perfect mind. If you kind of overweight, if you got a fupa, if you a black woman and you don't got the fattest ass, guess what? You still have a perfect mind. You'll never come across a person that doesn't have a perfect mind. However, we do have influencers. We have these thoughts that we entertain. And what we begin to have to do is to value our mind, value our heart, value our consciousness, value our thoughts, ascribe value to them. You have a perfect mind. How much do you reflect upon the perfect ideas and thoughts that channel through your mind and through your being? Now, you have a perfect mind. You do not have a perfect reality. That's the key. When you have a perfect thought of a perfect dude and you get a dude like me with a belly, it's like to a certain point where you want me to be that man in your mind. I can't never be that. You ain't the woman in my mind. Please believe that. I'm a good liar. I just be trying to treat women the way that I want to be treated. Lie to me. Ain't no man telling you the truth. You not perfect. He gonna tell you that shit because he want to get what he want to get. Now, and you like that shit too. It feel good when a man lied to you. Because reality is shit. We be shit. Left arm bigger than our right arm. Left leg slightly bigger than our right leg. Titties lopsided. Mind perfect as fuck. This is a reality. So in our minds and now social media, we have the idea of perfection. Reality will never match this perfection. And we know this. We how many times have y'all heard ain't nobody perfect? We know that ain't nobody perfect, but we do have a mind that is perfect. And this is very important because you need to be receptive to your mind. You wouldn't be receptive to a mind that isn't perfect. You wouldn't be gung-ho about the ideas that's being sent to you if you didn't realize that these ideas was being perfect. The problem is you getting these ideas and you don't realize that you have a perfect mind. Y'all bear witness to the ideas that come, and y'all don't act on them because y'all don't realize that the ideas that are coming through you are coming from a perfect source. But you competing and comparing your life to other people, which gives you the stagnant see when it comes to the ideas that are coming through you. And if you wanted to be successful, you would simply act upon the ideas that have been given to you from source. But you got to come to the agreement that you have a perfect mind for first, or else it don't really work. Why would you trust ideas from an imperfect mind? And this is something that every day you will be tasked with the opportunity to get the idea, channel the idea, receive from your divinity. And life is not perfect, but close to it. Banish. Banish because There is no reason your mind shouldn't be pristine and highly valued and perfect. Banish, because the energy that is being channeled through you is perfect. Now, the energy is perfect. What you do with it won't be perfect, but it's giving you something to work towards. Banish, because all of your ideas and ideals and energy is neutral and it's perfect. You can block this energy by being egoic, being self-centered, only thinking about yourself. Now, channeling your subconscious mind and helping people and sharing is normal and natural. Channeling your subconscious mind, tapping into yourself for the sake of your own benefit is pointless and is not going to work. So you'll either grow to this or you won't grow to it. But I wouldn't be here if I wasn't actually in the space of sharing information. It's very important for me to share. If I don't share, then in a certain space, I'm blocking my own energy flow. And you can block the energy of life, which is not your own. Okay? The energy of life is not your own. You could do things that allow the energy to flow through you easily and freely. But we also want to look at our mind as being perfect and the energy being neutral, and also see that we could be unreasonable about our fear. It's even to say that most fear are things that we worry about that we'll never experience. And this is because we have a perfect mind that will have a fear that's unreasonable, but very, very, very real. Because our mind is perfect like that. And it will channel fear into reality. And once that happens, it's hard to come back from that. Because your mind is perfect. Your mind will channel whatever you give it. Channeling means it will siphon down and make it a reality, whether you want that reality or not. One can be grateful for this energy. One can be grateful for their mind, or one could be unaware and ignorant and be afraid of their mind and shut down in multiple ways. Couple more notes. In the mind, when we're working with our subconscious, we must train it to become a perfect channel. We must repeat to ourselves over and over again and remind ourselves that we are a perfect channel. The way that we are perfect is by doing nothing and observing. Because the actions come naturally and easily. When we know, we know. It's almost like a natural flow. And we'll get to a space where we won't even realize, like, how did we get from point A to point B? Because when we put our train on the tracks, the train is not utilizing muscle to get from point A to point B. It's literally gliding on the tracks that were laid out before it to make its journey easier. Why do y'all want to have a hard journey by thinking with your mind? What thoughts is real? What thoughts is fake? You don't know. But you do have a great idea that might require more research, that might require more education, that might require a form, that might require action. And once you start to work around an idea, if you got to go down to the courthouse to fill out paperwork, nobody going to force you to do that. It's just going to make sense. And you just going to get in the car and just drive there. That's how perfect your mind is. And if you don't even got a car, you're going to figure out what bus to take. You're going to call an Uber. You're going to figure out. Things start to happen. Even if you in a town that don't got Ubers and don't got a bus system, things will start opening up for you once you start to reflect and immerse yourself on the ideas, because that's the nature of the mind. It's telling you already, you should be doing this. And most people are not connected to the part that say you should be doing this. So most people, like I said earlier, 99.9% of our people are restless and don't know why they're restless, because their subconscious mind is telling them you should be doing this and they're not doing it. And this is correct across the board. Nobody gonna argue with me. People gonna ignore me. People gonna act like I don't exist. But that's only because I'm giving people correct spiritual knowledge in a space where people say, you can't do that. Everybody's right. Nobody is wrong. And then you get your ass handed to you on the daily. You can't handle shit. You're reacting to everything and you're not creating nothing. Because everybody is right. That shit is crazy to me. So we're working with our mind. We're learning from our mind. We're processing our dreams. We are doing the banishing work. We're doing the clearing work. We're doing the purification work so we can become a perfect channel, because we are a perfect channel and we hold a perfect mind. When seeking to achieve, you just may get it. And this is the problem. So this is, now you got a perfect mind, you got a perfect everything, and so now you want to start manifesting. Now you want to, it's crazy. People will be like, I finally opened my business. It's my time now. God is good. As if the business is going to take care of itself. You got to now buy supplies, and the businesses go out of business every day, B. Every day a business is going out of business. So 90% of them go out of business. 90+% of them go out of business. So what is we so happy about our business? I want you to get everything that you set out to get, so you can come to the honest and truthful conclusion that what you want ain't about shit. Because if you don't achieve it and get it, you still hold the value on something external. And you never going to release that value because you never had it. So I hope that you get everything you set out to get, so you can start to do this spiritual work with me. Because people not doing the spiritual work with me, they too concerned with what they trying to get out of life. They not trying to channel their subconscious mind. They just trying to pay their rent. They think I'm gonna help them pay their rent or some shit like that. Maybe I am. They think I'm gonna help them find a boyfriend or girlfriend. Maybe I am, but really, I'm doing this spiritual work myself. I'm actually on the train tracks myself. You dig me? I'm actually learning and experiencing this shit myself. I'm actually trying to grow in my spirituality myself. You feel me? So I'm trying to find like minds that can understand the conversation that I'm having. Because the moment I click on a YouTube video of a conscious nigga, my computer get inundated with dust, and now I gotta get it dusted. And I just be trying to find some goddamn gnosis, and I can't find it. All I get is dust everywhere. Dust all on my desktop, dust all on in my office. All right. Now, I hope you get everything that you wish to have, just to get to the conclusion that is not about anything. See, your vision is perfect. Your manifestation creates wisdom, learning, and experience. There's not a such thing as a perfect thing down here. Ain't nothing, nobody's perfect. Y'all heard that before. I ain't make that shit up. You know ain't nobody perfect. You know your baby daddy not perfect. You know your baby mama not perfect. What you gonna do about it? A lot of y'all gonna break up with y'all partners because they not perfect. Think about that crazy shit. When it ain't, you said y'all will say ain't nobody perfect, and then y'all say I can't deal with him. He ain't perfect. He not the perfect man for me. One in the chat. One in the chat. If he ain't the perfect man for you, you can't deal with him. One in the chat. If he ain't perfect, and the only place we can be perfect at is our mind. The only place we can be perfect with is our vision. Why is our vision perfect but not our execution perfect? Because every day we wake up and we work towards our perfect vision. 96 years old, still working towards a perfect vision. Still working towards something. Still focusing in our ideas, bringing our ideas into life because our mind is perfect. It's always going to tell us what we need. It's going to tell us to build a hut. It's going to tell us to build this ship. It's going to tell us to take a walk. It's going to tell us to wipe our ass. One in the chat. It's going to tell us to leave our boyfriend alone. It's going to tell us everything that we need to do. And if we fixate and focus on it, our lives is perfect or close to it. When we forgo it, when we forsake it, our life is fucked up or close to it. Let's do a review. Get out of here. I'm so tired of y'all not in a relationship, but then want to say how men ain't shit, women ain't shit. But you're not in a relationship though, so you gonna be in a relationship with somebody who ain't shit. I'm gonna need y'all to manifest and create a whole different dialogue. Since y'all niggas like to copy me so much, copy me on this shit. Black love is perfect. Our love is perfect. And if our love ain't perfect, then we ain't on shit. What is our love? Imperfect? What is our love? Toxic? What is our love? Dusty? I don't want no dusty love. I want all perfect love. And there is no reason for our love not to be perfect, right? Let's do a review. Talk about what we done talked about so far. I'm gonna end this video. All energy is from one source, and that energy we're just gonna call train tracks. Human beings can decide not to put their train on that track. But if we ever want to get from point A to point B, the way that we've gotten there is by utilizing the train track system. It's called the train of thought. In case I'm losing some people with the analogy. This whole video, I've been talking about sex magic because sex magic is the only energy that there is that human beings can utilize through activation. And that activation would be the friction and the constant hitting of the G spot to excite an orgasmic response. And that orgasmic response that you are eliciting out of your divine feminine goddess who is not your equal. Your woman is not your equal. Your woman is your superior because she is a fucking extraterrestrial alien. Okay? Not your superior, not your equal. She's something completely different and something completely better than you. And it's okay to have a woman in your life that's better than you. Cause that's your woman. That's your I don't know what to call her, but she's choosing you to bestow her perfect love upon. Y'all don't understand it. Hopefully one day you will. A relationship is not perfect, but the mystery and seeking the mystery of why we love each other through creation. Creation would be another way of saying making, love making, or making love is how we are figuring out the universe. When you love a woman, you don't love a perfect woman. Because perfection is not in her alone. Perfection is in the union. You make up that perfection. When you find a man, you ain't looking for a perfect man. That man ain't perfect alone. The perfection is in the union of the black man and the black woman. It is only one form of perfection that exists. And I'm going to tell you what, this form of love is under so much attack. One's in the chat. If black love is under attack, if y'all can resonate with the facts of black love being under attack, then you also can understand why black love is under attack. Because black love is what, y'all? Perfect. Don't the Bible say that God is love? Isn't love creation? Don't you create through making love? Isn't making love called sex? Isn't sex magic? Sex magic? How can I discover the mysteries of love jacking off to porn? Riddle me that. How can I find the mysteries of love bagging out bitches at the bar? Drunk 50-year-old wino hoes. Listen, no, 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 no. You have to dig deep. You have to work out. You have to find that perfection within you. Because you might see a woman walk past you and you know you ain't worth too much of a shit. And she letting you know that. That's what niggas hate. I'm going to tell you that. I'm a man. I know how this shit goes. A woman will make you better your shit. Make you improve your fucking life, or else you won't. And you should do it without no fucking nobody. But I'm telling you, you see enough bad chicks, you gonna be wanting to talk to them, and they ain't talking to you, and your dust perforating throughout the air. You gonna have to take a bath in Swiffer juice. You know that juice that you get from, you know how it's the Swiffer brooms, and next to the Swiffer brooms is the juice that you put in the Swiffers. Get about 15 bottles of the Swiffer juice, because the Swiffer juice is specifically designed and chemically formulated to remove dust. Okay? Pour 15 bottles of the Swiffer juice into the tub. Don't take off your clothes. Get into the tub fully clothed, because the dust be on your clothes. That's the problem. Anyway, we will channel our sexual energy into patterns of success or patterns of destruction. We all know the hoe in the neighborhood, and it didn't turn out too good for her. It's always to a point where ladies, they always say, you know what, I'm about to be celibate. To my young ladies who haven't turned in, they went into their hoe phase. You gotta ask women, well, if being a hoe was so great, why you stop? One's in the chat. Can y'all answer that? If being a hoe was so great, why you become celibate? Why you just ain't be a 50-year-old and 60-year-old and 70-year-old hoe? Because being a hoe is so great. At a certain point, women realize that this sexual pattern called a hoe phase is leading them to destruction, so they stop. Or they keep going. Another level of sexual deviation is y'all grown, but y'all got sex toys. Make that make sense. How grown people got sex toys? What I'm saying is, although our love is perfect, it's gonna be hard to find that actual perfect love because a lot of these motherfuckers is on demon time. Let's go back to one's in the chat as I find this infographic. If you ever felt competition in your relationship, have you ever felt competition in your relationship? Well, reaction versus creating an ambiance, creating a vibe, creating an energy, reacting to everything that you do or you don't do, and making that the story of the relationship. That's competition. See, relationships ain't really relationships no more. They battlegrounds. They battlefields. In this world, you stupid as hell if you don't realize that you in the midst of a full on gender war. And you a man or a woman. You got a Uzi or you got a Rue or a Rose. All right? This is modern relationships. Your girl ain't loving you. Your girl is competing with you. Your husband is not loving you. He is competing with you. And there's no solution to it. But I'm going to give y'all a question to ask your partner before y'all have sex tonight. Because y'all is going to have sex tonight. I guarantee you. Sex magic is this. What is the purpose or desire that this sexual act is creating? Why is that so profound? Because people just pull their pants down and be like, oh, I'm hard, I'm wet. Let's start humping on each other. Very rarely, and I'm not in your bedrooms, but I'm acting like I'm in your bedroom. Very rarely do the people ask, hey, what is the purpose or desire that the sexual act is creating? Like, are we having a baby? Do you need $10,000? Like, y'all ever been broke and then had sex? If you broke and about to have sex, this is a perfect time to do some money intentions because y'all both broke and y'all both having sex. Maybe y'all should set an intention for $5. I don't know. Play with it a little bit. Once again, everything that I've been talking about is sex magic and learning how to co-create and have discernment for a partner. If you dealing with a partner that don't got a perfect mind, they got an imperfect mind, and that's some shit that you can't actually deal with. Everything that you learn about yourself, you can start to learn about other people. People become real simple to read once you realize that is they channeling their subconscious mind or they channeling their damn daddy. And in that case, they gotta go. You feel me? Ain't nobody about to be listening to your daddy and you not even your daddy. Self-achievement and self-gratification is always going to lead to confusion. Because if you don't get it, you're going to be mad, right? Because you set an intention for something, you don't get it, trying to get it. And if you do get it, you're not going to be satisfied with it, and you're going to be really mad. Imagine wanting something that you didn't really even fucking want. That's everything. It's nothing that you think you want that you actually do want. That's a game that the ego plays, and that's a game that suppresses your perfect love and your perfect mind. When you do self-achievement and self-gratification work, it's all dependent on whether you get it or don't. If you get it or don't get it. When you do work and discovering yourself and discovering your perfection, I guarantee you that you always going to find perfection that exists within you that you never even realized that you had. Now, this might sound simple, but it's so powerful. Appreciate what you have. Like everything that you got, appreciate it, right? Appreciate everything that you have. And now Learn the mysteries of love and learn the mysteries of your sexual energy. The mystery of your sexual energy is not you giving to a person all of the time. That's not love. It's better to receive than it is to give. If you give in to a partner, that person is using you. And you insecure and you don't have no value to get somebody that's willing to give to you. If you're a giver, you need a giver. Because it's better to receive than it is to give in the space of lovemaking. And now, do you want to receive from a perfect that don't have a perfect mind? The inverse of that, whoa, like what are you receiving? You're receiving some crazy ish. Everything is psychological. Psychological is the study of the soul. If you don't study your soul, you ain't studying shit. And when you study your soul, Sophia, wisdom, your soul is perfect. Everything about you is perfect. Your energy is perfect. But you want specific things to happen a specific way at a specific time in a specific amount. And if you don't get that, then the whole system is bullshit. And that's just not true. I wish I could go on and on and on about how perfect your mind is in comparison to what you're actually dealing with in the physical reality. But you're dealing with the physical reality and trying to use your perfect mind to solve a situation that it ain't equipped to solve. You only equipped to solve your own equations. But most people don't immerse themselves in their own equations. They immerse themselves in dusty conscious niggas and dusty collective groups and weird shit. Because listen, you can give all of the love in the world, and that's not going to create a relationship. One's in the chat. If you meet a young lady or a young man and say, I'm going to give him all of the love that I ever have, is that a relationship for real? Be honest. Let's use common sense. If you think it's better to give than receive, then you are getting used by people. One's in the chat. Y'all is too deep, too spiritual, and all it ever equated for you is being used by a loser because you was feel it's better to give than receive. No, you better give to me, motherfucker. No, you gotta give. Cause that's perfection. Motherfucker, I don't care about your ex. Like, there's no reason that you should be in a relationship with a person that does not give to you. Because if you're in a relationship with a person that does not give to you, you're not in a relationship. In order to be in love, you must receive love, or else you're not in love. That's the magical part of love, is getting the love from another person. Like, wow, thank you for all of this love. You're perfect. Now, one will say, I don't want to deal with people. I want to be on my magic shit by myself. And then I would say, be receptive to the love that your soul has for you, because your soul is giving you love unconditionally, not based on anything. The love that your soul has for you is perfect. If you can begin to receive that love in honest and integrity, then that sets off a chain of events, a chain reaction of events for which you send in love to everybody else. Now, because your soul loves you in that way and you're receptive in that way, it also sets the table for you to receive love in that way from the universe. So it's like people will support your business, people will support your cause. Your wife will support you in the ways that she never supported you before. Everything changes because you change your mind and how you deal with people, the boundaries and the value that you have for yourself. You create these boundaries and you create this value so you can create the channel or the tunnel between you and your subconscious mind. Because every day somebody else got some different shit for you to do that's going to pull you away from your subconscious mind. So if you got more value on them and you don't got no value on your subconscious mind, then you going to say, you know what? Fuck the spiritual work that I got to do. Fuck trying to figure out my life. Let me see what they got going on over there. And in that space, you're not receiving the love that your soul is given to you, for one, and you won't put you in a place to receive love from other people. Because in the space of your business, is it not better to receive than it is to give? I mean, you could give all your products away, but if you don't receive no money, you wouldn't have no business. I don't care how woke you is, how spiritual you is. It's better to receive than it is to give. And the reason that I say that the love that can be established between the black man and the woman is perfect is the same relationship that the soul has to us. And if we can mirror, if we can one identify and then mirror the spiritual transference of wisdom, and we can begin to mirror these modalities in our relationship consistently, repeatedly, and this would be what I would call sex magic, where two people are tapped into the divine so much so that they recognize the perfection in their transference, but they also recognize the perfection in their ability to conjure through lovemaking and the buildup of orgasm. When two black people get together and generate sexual energy, their lives change for the better. I know this. I experienced this. I've learned this. This is my wisdom that I share with y'all this evening. And although this was a long video, I felt that I didn't waste words and I tried to deliver information at a different way, but still give it to you in a way where you could probably listen to it, re-listen to it, take notes, and begin to develop a relationship with your subconscious mind, develop a perfect relationship with your subconscious mind. And please believe that we're still at the tip of the iceberg when it comes to sex magic. However, this is opening the door to that. The previous videos were leading us up to this point, but we will continue to push through the door and look what's in the room and explore the different modalities of sex magic. But if you wanted to know, like, how did we get here so far, um, take a look at my previous videos, such as Everyone Needs the Channel, The Psychonaut, Banishing, Foundations, etc. And these will, be the prerequisites. And each video is kind of like a prerequisite for the next. However, these videos are standalone because everything is in the present, everything is now. But yeah, hopefully you were able to get something from this. Please visit columbianexchange.com. I have pre-orders opening up at the end of the week for a spiritual being having a human experience. But in the meantime, in between time, all of my books on columbianexchange.com are 50% off. No coupon code needed. Go ahead and check that out. With all that being said, y'all enjoy y'all evening. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more content, which I will be delivering to you guys throughout this week, this month, and this year as we begin to build up for a spiritual being having a human experience, which is in stores, i.e. ColumbianExchange.com. My wife's birthday, November 19th, 2022. However, pre-orders are not up yet, but be looking forward to the pre-orders being up by the end of the week. But of course, I'll update y'all via YouTube, Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, but don't follow me in real life. Follow yourself. I'll see y'all on the flip side. Hope y'all enjoyed this video.